today, and you know, a tough loss by 3 to Carson-Newman on the road. 16 fumbles in the ball game. 9 of those, 5 by Newberry, 4 by Carson-Newman, were recovered by the other team.
Yeah, heck of a game, Jimmy. You know, I think it's been a long time since the Newberry crowd's come up here and played this well. And I say that with a loss, you know, but I feel like our kids gave great effort, especially in the second half. Turnovers was a big factor. There's no question about it.
No doubt. And Alex Good today, 25 carries, 200 free yards, 1 touchdown. This young man can, I don't know how young he is, but he can run that offense.
Yeah, it's the 5th year we played against him, so he should be good at it. He's a heck of a player. You got to give him credit. And I thought we matched up well with them, but when it came down to it, you know, they just simplified it and said, "Look, don't give it to anybody else. Keep it and try to win it."
Well, you knew they were going to turn it out on the ground, and they came up with 356 rushing yards. But on the other hand, you were able to throw the ball on a pretty wet day, 275 yards through the air, which really amazes me on a day like this. People that weren't here don't realize how much rain we've seen here this afternoon.
Yeah, it was crazy. There's no doubt about it. And you know, heck of a game. Hate we came up a little short. You know, if we could have held on to the ball a little bit better, maybe it would have been a different outcome. As I know, 2 times we fumbled inside the red zone. We were definitely in field goal range, chip shots, and feel like we got that fixed now. And that could have been big for us.
All right, Kelton Tyndall, 4 receptions, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. David Brown picked up 4 catches today, 56 yards. Brandon Bostic, 3 catches, 63 yards and a score. David Smith, 3 catches, 53 yards. So you had 4 guys once again who were able to go out there and catch the football. 2 of them caught balls for touchdowns.
Yeah, you know, just even though the weather's the way it is today, running game wasn't clicking for us today, so we had to go to it. And, you know, did a pretty decent job throwing and catching the ball in the weather. I was kind of shocked, actually. You know, once we caught it or once we broke the line of scrimmage, just holding on to it was a difference.
Very tough place to play. It always has been, as we talked about early in the week. Most years, you got to get through Jefferson City to win a conference championship, and you've won 2 in the last several years. Carson-Newman is a team that I think is vulnerable.
Oh, there's no doubt, and I think, you know, we may have shown that some upcoming opponents some keys to victory here, but it's a tough place to come in and win, and you know, I really felt like we had a shot to do that today. Again, just going back to ball security, there was a difference in the ball game for us.
Gets no easier for you because you have to go on the road yet again, right. And you go to Catawba, which perhaps might be one of the top 3 tough places to play, but at Catawba next week, and that's they also have quite a history in this conference.
That's right, and you know, I told our kids on the side afterward that if we would play with this effort every week, cut down on a couple of mistakes, ball security being the first one, penalties the second one, but if we give this type of effort, then I think we'll be there in the end.
Speaking of penalties, 5 of those for 51 yards. Carson-Newman only penalized 2 times in this ball game. They had 19 yards in penalties. So that's 7 penalties all total, but 5 against Newberry, 2 against Carson-Newman.
And I mean, there was several that we noticed on the sidelines, of course, and trying to get that across to the officials is a different story. But I think it's a recurring theme here with us: turnovers and penalties. You know, we're working real hard to try to get it fixed. And I think if you look at it every week, the penalties have dwindled every week, but the ball security is still a problem.
All right, and today was a tough day when it came to ball security, as we've already pointed out. 16 fumbles on the day here at Jefferson City. Coach, thanks for coming up and being with us on a miserable day here in Jefferson City. A tough loss, 23-20. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Todd Knight on our